as promised, 5 ways in which you can create a mind blowing and a killer portfolio to crack this code. Also, you can get an easy internship with these 5 tips. Trust me, this is what employers are looking for in a portfolio, in a candidate. So make sure you note these down. Before I start this video, I'd like to tell you all pro tips. So how this works is that your portfolio has to be extremely concise. It has to be extremely compact. I understand that you've taken 3 4 5 years, to sort of sum your degree down, but trust me, nobody has the time to see 20 25 pages of content. Trust me, the number 12 will work wonders for you. 12 pages front and back is what an ideal portfolio should be. That is something, that is the attention span what people have, that is the times they are going to scroll. Not more than 12 pages. Talking about pages, their portfolio has to be not more than 40 MB. 40 MB is the limit as to what a phone or a tablet can open. Why a phone or a tablet? Because understand, your portfolio is something what will be reviewed probably while in transit. What that means is that the employer who's going to hire you is probably traveling from one side to another and checking your portfolio in his drive. So during his drive, because that's the time when these people have that time, so it should be very conveniently opened up in your mobile phone or a tablet. Third pro tip is A3 or A4, but I would give A4 an upper hand because that is something which is easily scrollable. It is very convenient when it comes to reading an A4. Also, it resembles like a magazine. So trust me, it's very easy to flip through a magazine, right? It's very easy to scroll through posts. So that is something that you have to keep in mind. Your portfolio has to be as simple to access as possible. So yeah, these are the 3 tips which I'd like to share before starting my 5 sections. But before that, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also, fill my comments with the comment section. What are you guys waiting for? The first section that I'd like to describe is diversity in a portfolio. You need to be able to show a range of skills. Say, for example, if you're an architect or an interior design student, you need to be able to show something ranging from residential to commercial to resorts to hospitality. So you need to go in that flow. Your storytelling has to be such that you know a lot of skills. You're a very versatile player. That is, say for example, if you know a little bit of photography, please add a little bit of photography. Say for example, you're good at some skill, so make sure you show that and boast of that skill. That is something you are, right? Your identity has to be described in the first few pages of the portfolio itself. When it comes to graphic designers, illustrations, branding, web developments, all these nuances could be highlighted in your portfolio. That shows how versatile you are as a designer, right? That is something what we are here for. So make sure you show a lot of skills, a lot of range, but make sure you don't overdo it, because ultimately you're an intern, you're applying for an internship, you're here to learn. Leave a few stones unturned, here and there. For architects, it could be, say, 2D drawings, 3D drawings, the understanding of softwares. That is something you have to show in your portfolio. That shows how diverse and versatile you are as a designer. People want someone who is differently skilled as well. Second, very very important, is your process development, your process documentation. So a very simple thing is visuals talk more than words, right? So imagine there's a photo pasted of you on site talking to a contractor. That immediately in your head builds an image that this guy or girl has been on site, knows how to talk to contractors, knows how to talk to clients, is very good at his process sketching. Maybe a time lapse video of you making a logo, maybe a time lapse video of you designing something. So I think that is a process which shows as to how execution works, how the design process works, how design thinking works. So I think you can sort of express it through photographs. So this is what I meant by process documentation. That is, your hands-on skills, your experience has to be visually sort of represented. As we all know, the journey is more important than the destination. So yes, you have got the degree, But what are the ways in which you have got a degree? Have you done any other freelance work? Have you spoken to clients? Have you gone on site? Have you sort of spoken to a contractor? Have you showed a contractor how something works? So what you can do is you can go with a bunch of friends, and go with them, and sort of tell them to take your pictures being on site. So I think and vice versa. So I think you can build this sort of a habit to add pictures in your portfolio. That is you being the center in your portfolio, you being the main hero of your portfolio. So I think you can sort of add this element. It will work wonders. This clearly shows that you have people skills. This clearly shows you have a sort of understanding as to what to show. This shows how good you are at problem solving you know so I think you can probably have this customized element in your portfolio. The third skill that you need to add in your portfolio is relevance to that particular career. Say for example, I'm a landscape firm. Say for example, I'm a licensing or a parametric firm, or say I'm a branding, I'm an agency, I'm a marketing person. So I would require someone of my particular niche, right? So say for example, if you're applying to me, 60% of your portfolio has to be relevant to that particular office. So make sure you go and check the website, make sure you're applying to the right firm. So 60% of your portfolio has to be relevant to that. Say for example, residential में आपको apply करना है. So 60% of your portfolio has to be related to residential, related to people, related to clients which are residential. Nobody wants something which is extremely generic, right? थोड़ा सा hint of personalization तो बनता है. And by the time you are in your fourth year or fifth year, somewhere at the back of your mind, what you like. You like landscape, you like graphic design, you like photography. तो वो skill और वो particular office आप specialize कर दो. Go ahead in that particular field. Make sure you target those particular offices where आपको internship चाहिए. हर जगह internship apply करने से आपको शायद आपको वो target नहीं मिलेगा. Fourth most important skill which you need to add is attention to detail. Trust me, your portfolio is a is one document. It cannot be like हर पेज पे कलर अलग है, हर पेज पे फॉर्मेट अलग है, हर पेज पे कुछ ना कुछ फॉन्ट अलग है. It shouldn't be like that. It is one cohesive bunch. Every portfolio has its own particular style, that shows how precise you are at your work, that shows how well thought you are before, that shows how well thought and well versed you are with planning as well. Okay, yes, I have planned my portfolio in such a way. This is how the index works, this is how the sections work, this is how I have tried to represent myself. So I think it shows how less confused you are as a person. I understand being a student you are confused, but trust me, fake it till you make it. Make your portfolio in such a way that it's very simple, precise, neat, chapters, sections, index. Khatam. Also, when you're emailing, don't send forwarded emails. Give a regard statement. Enter by saying dear sir and ma'am. Research on that particular website or a firm which you want to go. You should know a little bit about that. So your cover letter, see, I understand people are not going to read your cover letter in that particular sense. People are going to read your portfolio. But why not send it with such detailing? Say for example, if you're opening a bracket, make sure you close the bracket. छोटी छोटी चीजें, formatting, color, page numbers, very important. So when even if you're not sending a PDF, it shows, right? 2 of 12, 6 of 12, 7 of 12. So if I'm opening a portfolio which is like a 50-page portfolio, I'll be like, okay, by the time I'm going to reach 10 and 15, I'll be like, I'm tired, I'm done, I know what this person is all about. So but the moment if you see it's 12 pages, you would want to see it like, ha, theek hai, 12 pages hi to hai. Also learn to not put everything. Say for example, if some academic project that you've done, you're not satisfied with that particular project, it's okay, delete it or redo it for that matter. If you feel that brief is bang on, if you feel that office which you want to apply does this particular project, has this particular ethos, तो वो project आप redo करिए and then put it in your portfolio. No need to add it in its raw state, because at that time, at that academic level, at that point, you were a different designer, now you are a different designer. So don't hesitate in redoing your projects as well. Always remember, more visuals, less font. The more graphic, the more communication, the more visually your portfolio is active, the more chances are that you might crack this. फिफ्थ एंड द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट स्किल इज टेक्निकल नो हाउ. आपको आपके पोर्टफोलियो में दिखाना है कि आप टेक्निकली भी बहुत अच्छे हो, नॉट ओनली इन डिजाइनिंग बट ऑल्सो इन टेक्निकल. सो फॉर ग्राफिक डिजाइनर्स इट कैन बी दैट हाउ गुड आर you at printing, how good are you at probably branding that particular design that you've done on say a t-shirt, or say a mug, or how good are you at representing when it comes to printing. तो आपको वो knowledge होना चाहिए. So for architects and interior designers, it could be simply working drawings. It could be simply a small area where you've designed a BOQ kind of a thing. You know the material prices. You know sort of how the material works. You have a little detailing in your mind. So again, don't overdo it, because ultimately, as I've already said, leave a few stones unturned. You're here to learn from that particular mentor where you want to apply. That's why you're an intern. तो आपको सबका नॉलेज होना जरूरी नहीं है, बट जितना है वो बहुत अच्छा नॉलेज है आपको. दैट इज व्हाट यू हैव टू show and portray in your portfolio. So in this section you can add software skills. SketchUp हो गया, Photoshop हो गया, InDesign हो गया, Illustrator, 3D. So you can add these skills, but at the same time, again, don't overdo it. So to sum it all down, first, diversity. It shows your range, it shows your versatility. Second, photo documentation. That is the process which you follow. You probably pasted on that particular portfolio will work wonders for you. Third, relevance to that particular field. Understand where you're going to apply, understand what is the company where you're going to apply, and target that particular company in your portfolio by making your portfolio 60% relevant to that particular. Fourth, attention to detail. Small things. How do you send an email? How are you responding to their particular email? How is your format? What is your font? What is your style and color scheme? Very important. Fifth, technical know-how. How good are you at execution? How good are you at your technical knowledge? Very important. Always remember, quality over quantity. The number of pages will not define. The matter in it, the content, and how concise and compact you've done will matter.